Guys, it is Marcus here, and if you can hear me okay, please let me know by typing something in the box. We've had some technical difficulties over the last few days that have kind of been a pain, but we are getting them ironed out. I spent a small fortune trying to get the best internet in here, and then I also spent a small fortune trying to fix all these cameras and stuff. So, hopefully, we're looking good. Now, what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about the truth about what it takes to make $10,000 a month on the internet. Is it possible? Can it happen? Well, we're going to go through that now. Now, I got to warn you, the results you're going to see are not typical. You should not expect to make anything after watching this webinar. This is just a training. It's like going to school. If you learn something at school, you don't automatically get rich. You got to go apply what you learn. And even when you apply it, there are some variables that might happen. Now, I got to tell you, the average affiliate marketer makes nothing, mostly because they don't do anything and they don't stick with it long enough. So you got to take that into consideration, and there's lots of variables. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break it down for you step by step and give you the real talk on what it takes to make $10,000 a month. Who's with me? Type something in the box. Let me know where you are listening from. We got Dennis. We got Mo. We got Atif, my shirt. I don't know what that means, but he's from Jerusalem. We got Anthony. We got lots of people coming on. I'm curious. Good there. I am curious says there's a 99% chance you're not going to make it. Well, I don't know where you got your statistics. Oftentimes, people in life, and especially politicians, like to pull statistics out of wherever they pull them from, which isn't facts. So we got to look at that. All right, so a lot of things you might have believed up until now, a lot of things that might be in your mind, we want to suspend those. Because what I want to do is I want to take this, and at the end of this training, I want you to feel good about affiliate marketing. I want you to feel good about your chances. I want you to feel like you can do this, and like all of the info overload and all the junk and all the stuff that's going on in your mind right now simply fades away. Because that's what I noticed happened to me about 20 years ago. You see, 20 years ago, I was in the same position as you. I was out there. I was trying to make this thing work. I was trying to understand the internet. How do I go out there? How do I feed my family? How do I understand this stuff and put something together that's actually going to make money? How does that work? And what I did is I found something that worked. And we're going to reverse engineer that. We're going to take a look at things that work, because if you look at stuff that works, you can reverse engineer it and you can use it in your own business. Because I believe that we are at an unprecedented time in history. If you go back 100 years ago, you used to have to own like an auto manufacturing business or an oil well or something crazy to be able to make a living. Now, you could go on the road and sell snake oil, but snake oil didn't really help anyone, so that's not really good. But you had to go on the road, you had to get the oil, you had to print the labels, however they printed them back then, and you had to go and do the work. Now, with the invention of the internet, you have the ability to reach whoever you want from the comfort of your own home. Think about this for a minute. I'm sitting here in a backyard office with a camera that doesn't work over there. I'm using my $99 webcam and a $100 microphone, so about $200 invested there. And I'm able to broadcast my message to the world. I'm able to reach people with things that are helpful. I'm able to go out there and focus on what really works. Creator Fundamentals says, congrats on 50,000 subs. Thank you for that. It was cool. I think it happened like on my way home from Vid Summits. That was kind of cool. But we got to look at this, right? We got to look at this systematically, because I believe that you can do this. The question isn't can you? The question is, will you? So let's start with this question here. I want to ask right now, how many of you guys want to make $100,000 a year, or actually $120,000, I think it would be. How many of you guys actually want to make $10,000 a month? Type that in the box. Say, yeah, Marcus, I would love to make $10,000 a month. That would change my life. Everything would be great if I could make $10,000 a month on the internet. All right, I want you to type 10,000 with the dollar sign, and I want you to put your name. I want you to say, I, Frank or Ted or Sally, whoever you are, want to make $10,000 a month. All right, I want everyone to do this. This is a little test here, and you guys are going to get a little aha moment. You see, my job here isn't just to teach you internet marketing. because I could teach you how to set up websites all day long till I'm blue in the face, and I've done it. My job is to change your way of thinking. Change the way that your mind works when it comes to money. Very important. So let's see who is following the instructions here. All right, Walter says he wants to make $10,000 a month. All right, Mo want to make $10,000 a month. Tina wants to make $10,000. Richard, Bob, Pascal, Genius. See, I can't even say genius, right? I can't even read correctly. Kevin, a lot of people want to make $10,000 a month. Now, let me ask you a question, okay? This is question number 2. Very important. How many of you guys, honestly, without inflating your numbers like you're at some internet marketing conference, I want you to say honestly, how many of you guys have consistently earned $10,000 a month? Say earned if that's you, okay? Consistently, like for more than 6 months or a year, you've consistently earned $10,000 a month in profit. Okay, type that in. Let's take a look at it. Okay, and this is going to show you guys something, because what I want to do is I want to shift your mind. Okay, we're going to shift your mind. We're going to help you with this. A lot of people say, nope, never earned that much. Okay, I so far haven't seen anyone who said I have consistently made $10,000 a month anywhere, at a job, online, anything. Okay? Akish says he's earned $100 from AdSense. Cool. That's a first milestone. I started messing around with the Amazon affiliate program yesterday, and I made my first sale. I think I made an entire 20 cents, but I wasn't in it for the money. I was in it for the test. So really cool. Okay, so we got to look at this. Now, so far, no one has earned $10,000 in a month. Now, the reason I ask you these 2 questions is because a lot of people come to me and they say, Marcus, I want to make $10,000 a month. Buddy, all I want to do is make $300 a day. I understand you make a lot. All I want to do is make $300 a day. And they come to me, and when someone comes to you and asks you in a way that's like, I only want to make, but they have not yet ever made that much in their life, but now they're using it as I only want to earn, I only want to make, what happens is there's a mindset shift. There's something going on in their mind that's programmed from years before of schooling and the way we were taught about money and the way we were taught about business and earning and everything like that. And we have to look at that. And we have to focus, because if you have not yet made $10,000 and you say, I want to make $10,000, something has to happen in your mind. Something had to happen in my mind. You see, back when I started here, here's a little screenshot I have with our notes. Hopefully you guys like the sidebar notes. I think it's kind of cool. First of all, we got to realize what $10,000 a month is, right? What's $10,000 a month? As I sip my decaffeinated coffee, because I'm already kind of wired as it is. I switched to decaf. Good thing. All right, so $274 a day in profit. Okay, that's your goal. So what's stopping you from getting to the goal of $10,000 a month is really just $274 a day, or approximately $11 an hour, $12 an hour. You do the math. It's too early, and I only got decaf. But think about that. All I have to do is make a site that makes $10 an hour all day, every day, $12 an hour all day, every day, and I'm able to get that goal. Pretty cool. Now, let's take a look. Now, I Am Curious says, it's a scam, but I'm still watching. Well, I haven't sold you anything, and in order for it to be a scam, I would have to sell you something and then not give you anything in return, or give you something that doesn't deliver on the promise. So to come on something and say it's a scam and you haven't bought anything is just, that's silly, right? So you got to think about that. Again, a mindset shift, right? Let's take I Am Curious and let's mindset shift him and show him how this works. Okay, show him how to focus, because I believe that everyone out there can get the results. Will they? Probably not. But we're going to show you how to do it. So here's what we got to do. Number 1, okay, and don't insult anyone here. We'll just correct the error and move on. We don't have to insult anyone. All right? Number 1, find simple ways of doing things. Okay, so here's the thing. You can go out there and you can study hours and hours and hours of video. You can read books, you can buy programs, you can get 50 different mentors. But what I like to do is I like to find something simple that I can do. Very important. Simple that I can do. Okay, we're talking about ethical stuff. We're talking about doing affiliate marketing in a way that helps the end user. So here's the deal. You can either do things or you cannot do them. So there's things in life. Like you might be sitting here and you're like, Marcus, I want to do affiliate marketing, but I don't know how to build a website. I can't build a website. Okay? So you have two choices here. Okay? You have two choices. Number one is you could say, I can't do it. This is too hard. It sucks. It's a scam. Nothing works. The internet's a conspiracy or whatever, right? It's not. The internet's actually a very good thing for society in some respects. In the social media aspect, not so sure. Okay, so you could say, I can't do it, or you can look at it differently. Because I look back at me, and this is what I looked like 20 years ago. Okay, try not to laugh. Okay, that's literally what I looked at like, and I ran ads with this picture years and years ago to get people for my magic gig. And I was trying to learn these things. I was trying to learn marketing, and I was trying to make a living. And I didn't have the buffer that said, I can't do that. That doesn't work. That is a scam. This is that, right? Because when you have those generalizations and when you put something into a box, what happens is you're falling prey to society's way of learning, right? Ever since we were kids, we were taught learning in a very bad way, in my opinion. We were taught, go to school, memorize some stuff, get an A, get an F, get a D. If you get an F, you suck. If you get an A, you're great. Yay, wonderful. But what happens when we deal with this memorization type of learning is we lose the excitement of figuring things out. That's something I never lost, probably because I didn't pay much attention in school. But I always looked at it as curiosity. Even as a young kid, when I was in grade school and in middle school, I was very interested in chemistry. I like chemistry. I was like, this is crazy. You could like learn chemistry stuff. I liked electric stuff. I like to hook up batteries and make little things. I really like that. And I focused on it. I was like, I never looked at it like, okay, well, you can't put this and this. You can't make a fan work and this work and plug in lights at the same time with the same battery. And I remember I was sitting there one time in class, and the science teacher, we were doing a little electric project, and he comes to me and he's like, wow, Marcus, I need to like make you an example because you actually tried something. And all I did is hook up 2 light bulbs, and everyone else was hooking up 1, right? And at 6th grade, I was like, man, I'm a genius. Here we go. Scientist man in the making. And I was curious. And I looked at it, and I said, I'm going to think outside I'm going to try things. And I'm going to learn. I'm going to see what happens. And the same thing happened with my magic shows. I was like, I'm going to see what happens. Now, I didn't go out there. And at the time, I'm 19 years old. I don't have a real job. And I want to do magic shows, and I want to make a living. I wanted to be a famous magician at the time. I'm glad I didn't follow through with that because the life is exhausting. I'd much rather sit in my backyard office and hang out with you guys. But there I was, and at the time I had no money. And other 19-year-olds were sitting there, and they're saying, man, we're going to go out and we're going to party. We're going to go out and we're going to do this. We're going to go out and we're going to hang out, and we're going to spend money. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take my $170, and instead of getting a bunch of groceries or going and having fun or buying rims for my car, if I even knew what rims did, I don't think they do anything. And I took that $170 and I said, I'm going to run a magic ad. I don't know if it's going to work. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a mentor. And I put that ad in the magazine, and I told them what I wanted it to say, and I got the picture. Very important. And we look at that, and I was curious. And I didn't let anything stop me. And I said, I am going to focus. And here's the deal. This world is trained and filled with people who are trained to tell you what cannot be done. I'll tell you that doesn't work. Years people said, you're not going to be a magician. But there I was. I made $4,000 a month some months, riding around doing magic tricks, which is really, really, really important. When I did my internet business, I remember people laughed. They said, Marcus, what's a PC money making? That's stupid. That's silly. You should get a real job. Years later, they still tell me to get a real job after making multiple 7 figures online. Actually, I think we're close to 8 figures, but I was between accountants when I did that number, so I'm not exactly sure. Now, it wasn't all profit, but a good portion of it was, and for a guy who barely graduated high school, I think that's pretty good. So let's focus on this. Let's take a look. Now, some people are going to look at this and say, Marcus, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to show me? How is this going to work? Marcus, get to the stuff that's going to teach us the real technical stuff. But here's the deal. I know something that you might not know, and that's that you don't need the technical stuff. The technical stuff, you can learn it on YouTube. I got videos. There's other people that got videos. You can learn whatever you want, whenever you want, right now. Sometimes you don't even have to pay for it. Now, if you pay, you're probably going to get more structure and a lot of things, but you got to focus. Okay? Now, for those of you that are saying, hey, hurry up, cut to the chase, you're not getting the point. Okay? Follow with me, and at the end of this, you're going to say, wow, I get it. Okay? Because there's two teachers in life. There's teachers who teach you things so that you can learn, and there's teachers who teach you things so that you can implement. And what I want to do is I want to give you the mindset shift so that you can implement, so that you could take the things that took me from my journey and countless other people on their journey. Just last week, I was over at the Video Summit in California, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of people making a lot of money. There's a lot of people not making a lot of money. And we got to focus and say, well, what are the people doing that make the money? And what are the people doing that aren't making the money? We got to focus on it. Now, you can go find a mentor, and that's good. You can find someone who has the results you want, or preferably better, right? I like to find people, if I want to make $1 million a year, I want to find a guy who's making more than that. If I want to make $100,000 a year, find a guy who's making more than that, because at least you can do a portion of it, right? Very cool. So we got to focus on this. Now, I read an article yesterday, and this article is important, and I think you should pay attention to it, but only with a grain of salt. And I'd like to thank Dan, our Creator Insights, I think it is, for sharing this article. Okay, now, whether you like this or whether you don't, I want you to pay attention. It says, even YouTube stars with 1.4 million monthly viewers earn less than $17,000 a year, research shows. Okay, so the article goes on, and the tagline says, you should probably buy lottery tickets instead. Probably buy lottery tickets instead. So they're equating getting all this traffic on YouTube with buying lottery tickets. Now, buying lottery tickets has a lot less chance than actually making it with affiliate marketing, and you have no control over lottery tickets. So I don't like that part, but I want you to focus on that, because there's a lot of people out there with a lot of traffic not making a lot of money. So if you can learn the skill of making a lot of money with a little traffic, I think you can do really, really well. Because I don't get 1.4 million monthly viewers. I probably get less than a tenth of that. But I'm making a lot more than $17,000 a year. So we got to focus, all right? We want to focus on that. We want to look at it. So you got to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. What am I going to do to get my $274 a day every day? Now, in the beginning, it might be a little harder. I remember in the beginning when I first started out, my goal was like yours. I wanted to make $10,000 a month or $100,000 a year. And I wanted to focus on that and say, I want to do it. Now, at that time, it seemed like I was way down here, and the $10,000 a month goal was way up here. How many of you guys feel that way? You say, Marcus, I feel like making $10,000 a month is way, way far out of reach. I don't even know if it's possible. But I know other people are doing it, and it feels very difficult, right? Like I'm Curious says, a web developer earns 120 grand a year if he's really good, and he has to work hard for it, right? So you got to look at that. So you might feel like it's very far away, like it's very, very difficult to reach. And let me turn that phone noise off. Wherever our phone is, it's somewhere. There it is. All right. So we got to look at that. And you might feel like it's very difficult, like I did in the beginning, right? Here I was. I made $20,000 my first year in affiliate marketing, in internet marketing. I sold a website for 10 grand, and I made some other money. My second year, I made $67,000, and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. I'm making some money. My third year, I did $167,000 from the comfort of my own home. Now, how did I do it? What did I do? How did I focus? How did I reverse engineer? How did I look at the market and say, what is it these people want? What is it these people need? How can I help other people? And that's what we got to look at. And we have to say, what is it that we need to do to get our $274 a day every day? How are we going to do it? And that is the key. Because if you can provide $500 worth of value every day, getting paid $274 is not going to be that difficult. Right? Sometimes I go out there and I provide value one time and it goes to multiple people, and that's the beauty of internet marketing. Did you know that right now you can make a blog post, and that blog post, just like a couple I did a few months back, actually about 7 months ago, and they rank and they get traffic every single day when I'm not working when I'm working, right? Just last week, I'm out there at the video conference, and you would think, well, he's at a video conference, he's not really working, hasn't really made videos, hasn't uploaded or sent an email to his list in a week. And you would think, well, he's probably not making that much. I actually had one of my best weeks ever. Why? Because I automated my income streams. I automated the traffic flow. Because if you don't understand that affiliate marketing, internet marketing, YouTube marketing, whatever you're doing, is about a person wanting a goal, putting that in front of the person, making a piece of content one time that's going to be out there and get you business over and over and over and over again, then you're missing the point, because you're so focused on what you want. You're so focused on what you want. And I want you to pay attention to this, because you're so focused on what you want. And I don't know if you've learned this, but I've learned in my soon-to-be 39 years of life. Next month, I'll be 39. I got a few gray hairs in there. Luckily, I still have all my hair. That was a gift I got. Maybe it's like the penance for being super short. They're like, hey, you can have hair since you're 5 feet tall. If you saw the last video, you'll get that joke. But we look at that, and we say to ourselves, how can we focus? How can we make it work? And in my 39 years, I've learned an important thing. And an important thing is the world does not give a rip what you want. Right now you're saying, well, Marcus, I want 10,000. I need 10,000. I got kids. I got house payments. I lost a job. And you are focused on you. And the world doesn't care. Newsflash. Doesn't care. The world never cared how much I had to make. The world never cared what I had to earn. The world never cared what I needed to do. The world just keeps spinning. Now, you can take that and look at it in two ways. You could look at it and say, well, Marcus, nobody cares. This is terrible. I'm so sad. Why doesn't anyone care? That's the way I looked at it, and it drove me into alcoholism and a spiral of bad stuff. Very bad. You can listen to my story. Almost ended my life. Because I thought people should care. But when I learned that no one really cared and the world didn't really give a rip what was going on, what I was doing, obviously do ethical stuff, it was actually the most freeing thing in my life. Because then I said, no one cares. Now I can do whatever I want to do. It doesn't matter what people think. Now, some people do care in the sense that they'll tell you what not to do, and they'll tell you what won't work. The world is filled with experts telling you what won't work. Every time I have a webinar, every time I do a video, they tell me in detail, this, Marcus, my friend, is why what you're saying will not work. And they'll list it out and say, this right here. And I say, you know what? You can have all the reasons in the world why something won't work. You know how many I need? I need one why it will. And that one's the one that I'm using. And there's probably lots more than one. But if you look at it and you focus, all you need is one reason. How many of you guys right now, you believe that this is going to work? And like Anthony says, Marcus, I'm waiting for the actual stuff. This is the actual stuff. This is. If you focus. Because sometimes in life, there's something that you need to get your mindset shift to make it to the next level. And if you're willing to sit through this and say, Marcus, I'm going to listen on for a minute. Okay? And I'm going to focus. And I'm going to listen. Okay? Because I believe that this is going to change things. Scott says, I think you should pay us to listen to all this BS. Scott, how much do you want? $50? I'll pay you $50. Listen to the end. I'll give Scott only $50 if he listens to the end. Don't have to win nothing. You just stay till the end. You'll get $50, Scott. All right? That's how much I believe this will help you. Very important. So contact us at pcmoneymaking.com. Tell us you listened to the end and make sure you're commenting the whole time. And I'll give you $50. That's like $25 an hour if you listen to it, which is cool. Right? So listen, this is how it works. Now, we got to ask ourselves the question, what am I going to do to get my $274 every day? Okay? In the beginning, it may be a little harder. Okay? It might be a little harder. So we got to focus on that. Here's what you could do. There's a Bible Toolbar program out there. Scott, all right, contact us, pcmoneymaking.com. Alyssa's my assistant. She'll work it out. She'll do all the details. Don't ask me. I'll forget. I'm terrible. She does all that stuff. She'll take care of you. Okay? Here's what you can do. Number one, you can give away 71 Bible Toolbars. Okay? Think about that. What's stopping you from $10,000 a month is giving away 71 Bible toolbox. How many of you guys think that you can give away 71 Bibles? Like, how many people look at the Bible every day? How many people look at, like, certain preachers every day? Insane, right? And you don't think that they want to download a cool Bible? Of course they do. Or you could sell 10 organic pans. This is a little pan that I use. I love to cook. And these pans are as seen on TV pans. The affiliate program pays $20 per sale, and it only costs $17 for the user, right? So if you could give away 10 of those, or actually I think it would be 15, you can make $10,000. Now, again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. I don't know what you're going to make. There's a lot of variables, but if you do this, you can focus. Guys, this is what it's about. It's about going out there and putting things in front of the right audience. Okay, now you can go out there, and there's lots of people on YouTube. There's lots of people with whatever, okay? And Scott says he could burn 71 Bibles. Well, that's cool. You could burn them. It's going to cost you probably $30 a Bible, or if you get them cheap, $5 a Bible, and all you'll have is a bunch of ashes, and probably the cops called because you're being weird, burning fires in weird places, which you should never do. But at the end of the day, I can give them away, and I can make $10,000 a month. So what do you want to do? Do you want to be silly, or do you want to make $10,000 a month? And this is the thing. A lot of people are going to choose silly. After this talk, a lot of people are going to say, you know what? I don't want to do anything because I don't believe it. I don't believe I could give away tools. I don't believe I could get 7.6 people a day to buy a book about temper tantrum ebook, how to stop your kid from doing a temper tantrum. They don't believe it. But there's thousands of people every month looking up tips on how to stop their kid from having a temper tantrum. Think about that. There's a lot of people looking for a lot of things, watching a lot of stuff, focusing on a lot of things that can help people. And if you can get in front of them, it's not that hard to do. So here we go. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty of what it takes. What does it look like? What does Marcus do all day? Right? He's sitting out there in his backyard office. I still have yet to light my cigar. But he's sitting out there in his backyard office having cigars and decaf coffee. How does he make money? How does this work? Well, what I do is I put things in front of people. Philip, if you want Max Bounty to approve you, give him a phone call. Right? Just get on the phone. Okay, I know that people are like, really, these things that we use for the internet actually make calls to? Yeah, call them up. They'll help you out. Right? Just say, hey, this is what I want to do. Be honest with them. Very important. So here's what I do all day. Step number 1, I find a high-ticket product or service that people need help with. Right? What do they need? What do people need? Very important, okay? What do people need? On Skype? No, call them on the actual phone. Robert says, I got approved to Max Bounty the first time. It's not that hard, right? Like, people make mountains out of molehills and they stop. One of the things that we need to focus on is people stop, right? They say, I'm going to do this, but my image won't load on my blog, therefore I stop. I've never stopped. The only times I stop is when I know I can't get something and I got to hand it off, right? If I'm like, I can't get this image to work, I'll hand it off to someone who knows. But I don't let it stop me. Far too many people let something stop them. They say, I'm going, I put a blog post, I got this stuff, I'm reading this course, I'm going through this stuff, and they stop. And when you stop, then you got to start over, which sucks. Right? How many of you guys like starting over? Not me. I like going out there and doing it. So step number 1, find a high-ticket product or service that people need help with. There you go. Now, the way you can do this is by using what I call trigger words. Very simple. We go there, and we go to our Google AdWord tool, and we focus on trigger words. So instead of going to the AdWords tool, okay, we go on, and we say, what instead of like typing in weight loss? Because most people are going to type in weight loss or make money or web hosting. And they're going to find, wow, it's pretty competitive. Pretty competitive. But if you go to your AdWords tool or you go to your YouTube tool or you go to whatever tool you're using and you type in a trigger word is something that has no preconceived idea. I don't know what people want. Let's be curious, right? Remember, the goal is being curious. What are people interested in? I'm not out there trying to force people to figure out ways to give me $274 a day or thousands of dollars a day or whatever it is you want. I'm out there being curious, saying, what do they want? What do they want? And I go to my keyword tool and I type things in like buy or best or recall or walkthrough. You know how many people want a walkthrough of a software? Or if you're selling houses, a walkthrough of a house or a walkthrough of a car or a boat. I'm in the market for boats. I like boats. They do walkthroughs of the boat, so I don't have to drive down to Miami and see the boat. I could see the one I want. I could order it online and they'll boat it up here or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to drive and go get it. But that's what they do, right? They do a simple walkthrough. They take a camera. They walk through a boat. How hard is that? Like, it'll literally take you 10 minutes to do that. How hard is it to show someone how to use a software? How hard is it to do a webinar? How hard is it to do a live stream? How hard is it to make content on something? You used to do this in school and you did it free. You did it for an A or a B, or if you're like me, you did it for an F+. And you made reports. It's the same thing. All you're doing is compiling information that helps people find what they're looking for. And they're looking for lots of things. And they're focusing. Very important. Like Screen Hoopla says, hey, there's like 100,000 people a month looking up how to smoke a brisket with no ads. There is a business, because I love to smoke briskets, which is, by the way, cooking. It's not some weird hippie thing, right? We look at it and we're like, hey, I like to cook. I like to barbecue. There's a guy with a full site about barbecues. Gets lots of traffic. It's powered by YouTube, and he teaches people how to smoke things. And it's not that hard to do. Lexi, yes, of course, you can have as many niches as you want at one time. It doesn't matter. So we go out there and we find things like Screen Hoopla did, and we focus, and we look at it. And we could type things in our Google AdWords tool like price, compare, solution, problems, cheapest, does, steps, instructions, fastest, software, lower. What do people want to lower? Very important. Very important. Harry says, what's the name of the music? It's something I bought the rights to on Music Bakery. I put it there to try to slow myself down and focus. So hopefully it helps me as much as it helps you. But we got to look at that. Okay, so now, using these trigger words, I found a very important niche, and the niche was short sale hardship letter sample. These people are out there, and they're going to lose their house, and they know they are going to have a short sale, like the bank's going to sell the house. That's it. That sucks. You don't want to be in that place. If you're in that place, figure out a way out of it. One of the other things I learned in my 39 years of living is there's always a third option. I've had people tell me no so many times. They say, you can't do that. You can't buy 3 houses with this. And I said, watch me. Some guy says, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do it. You know what? I find a way, because there's always a third option. That will change your life if you listen to that. There's always oh, well, mortgage company denied me. They're going to short sale my house. There's always a third option. Always. So whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're struggling, there's always a third option. There's always a different way. So we find things like the short sale hardship letter. Like, people are looking at it. You've got 900 or 9,900 people a month on some terms, 5,000 on others, 3,600 on others. So a lot of people looking this stuff up, and it's going to get a lot more because the house prices are going up, mortgage rates are going up. It's going to get worse. And you can help people. You can make a little blog, and you can write about hardship letters, and you can say, here's the options. Here's a foreclosure timeline. Here's what you need to do. Number 1, see if you can refi. What's your credit? Oh, you don't know your credit? Click here and get a credit report. By the way, the credit report company pays me $35 when you get a free credit report through my affiliate link, which is pretty cool. Give away 10 of those a day, and I'm making like almost $200,000 a year or something like that. I don't know, $110,000 a year or something. You do the math. Again, I only have decaf here, but we've got to look at that. Randy says, I've done over 300 short sales. Good. Randy, take your knowledge and help people not do short sales. Help them stay in their house. Make a little site. Start talking to them. Start helping them. Right? Very, 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 very important. Okay, so we got to focus. Step 2, after you find your keyword, dig into the market and find out what they want. Right? What do these guys want? What do they want? Well, ultimately, they want to stay in their house. Can you make money helping people stay in their house? Of course you can. Right? That's not that hard to do. So we got to focus on it. Got to focus. Got to listen. Got to pay attention. A lot of people not going to pay attention. But I think you're going to pay attention. I think you're listening to me and you say, Marcus, I'm tired of all the junk. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to listen. I'm going to look for clues. I'm going to stop worrying about, I need $10,000 a month, and I'm going to start worrying about other people. I start worrying about it. It's like Jim Rohn says, you can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. You can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And I'm going to add a caveat to that and do it smartly. Very important. Here's what you got to do. Be curious. Ask intelligent, specific questions. Don't come to me, like people come to me every day and they're like, Marcus, prove to me your stuff works. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't need to prove it to you. That's not my job. You guys know this stuff works. Come on. Internet's been around for like 20-something years. You guys know the stuff works. If you're still on the site that like, prove to me that this works, and you're on the wrong webinar, you're doing the wrong stuff, right? We all know this stuff works. Or people come to me and they say, Marcus, what's the best traffic method? Wrong question. I don't know what the best traffic method is till I know what your niche is. Marcus, what's the best affiliate offer? Wrong question. Okay. I don't know that until I know your niche. You got to do it systematic. This is why my course is very important, because it goes down the path that you should take, right? So you could go learn stuff from other people, and that's good. Or you can learn stuff in a systematic way that's going to lead you through the things you need to ask, because I know the questions you ask, because I've spent years listening to you guys and figuring out what you want. Like Gary Vee, I was at a Gary Vee talk the other day in California, and he was like, hey, best thing you could do is listen to comments. And I'm like, listen to comments, yeah. But a lot of people like say bad things. Well, not really. 10% say bad things. But most people are asking questions, and you can get the pulse, right? It's like putting your fingers on the pulse of your market. Imagine what would happen if you spent a week. You just say, I'm going to take a week, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to talk to people in my market about hardship letters. I'm going to figure out what their hardships are. I'm going to figure out what they need. I'm going to figure out what their struggles are. And I'm actually going to listen. I'm not going to try to sell unless it's natural. Because people will come to you, and they'll be like, Marcus, I got a hardship and I need to figure this out. Oh, good. Well, what's your credit score? Well, 650. Okay, good. Well, you could do an FHA streamline refinance. You see how that's not selling? That's just helping them, right? Sales is helping. I know a lot of people have a bad rap about sales and salesmen and salesy type stuff. But in actuality, a real salesman is there to help you, whether it benefits him or not. Chances are it's going to benefit him, because if you're asking him, you want what he has to offer anyway. Like a lot of you guys are looking at this. You're like, Marcus, I like this stuff. I want to learn. What's the next step? And I'll say the next step is go buy this product. It'll help you, right? It's going to help you learn this stuff. And that's what sales should be. Like if you go out there and you make a blog post about this, you have to focus. Okay, so ask intelligent, specific questions. You can check forums in your market. Guys, the work's done for you. Like if you have an excuse and you're like, it's not working for me, you need to follow the systematic approach. Now, if you like that and you want to learn it, go to simplesitesbonus.com. Get that course. It'll show you the systematic approach. Follow it. Ask questions when you get stuck. Unlike a lot of other people, I actually like your questions. Helps me learn about you, helps me help you, and also helps me sell a lot more, which is cool. But we go through and we ask questions. Ask yourself, what does their search tell me about them? What is a guy looking up hardship letter? What does that tell me about this guy? Right? What am I going to learn? Okay, and look at this. Take notes on this. If they use the word buy or buying, they're probably looking to purchase something. If they use the word fix or repair, guess what? They got something that's broken. Like all these routers I have that are broken behind me. I spent like $1,000 trying to fix the problem. If I went to your website, you would get commission on the $1,000. Right? All you got to do is be like, hey, I can make a site about people who want to take Wi-Fi from their house and put it to their backyard office or somewhere in their backyard or whatever, because they, whatever. And I can refer them to routers. Say, well, Marcus, Amazon only pays like 4% commission. Well, if you're selling a lot of routers, you can drop ship them, right? Figure this out. You got to go out and you got to think logically, right? Stop thinking about, I want $10,000 a month. That's the fastest way to not make it. I guarantee it. You sit there and let me ask you, how many of you guys have been sitting and stewing about how much money you want to make? And how long have you been doing it? Type it in the box. Say, I want to make 30 grand a year. I've been trying to do it for 5 years. Okay, type that in. I want to make 100 grand a year. I've been trying to do it for this long. Right? Scott, you got to wait till the end and we'll help you get your 50 bucks. Got to be on for the whole thing, bro. Like, that's the deal. Okay. So cool. Probably the easiest 50 bucks you've ever made, right? Might get a little crazy listening to me for too long, but type in the numbers, right? Very, very important. Okay. Type those in. How long you been trying to do this? Forever? 5 years? All right, so for 5 years, for 3 years, 6 months, you've been trying to learn this stuff. You know how long it took me to be profitable? Anyone want to guess? Okay, how long do you think it took me to be profitable? Okay, and type Marcus and then the time, right? That way I know the difference. Okay, how long do you think it took me to be profitable? Okay, someone says 1 year, few days, 9 months, 1 month. It took me 1 day. I was profitable the first day. First day I started internet marketing, I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to sell something to someone. And I went and I sold something to someone. So the first day. Now, people ask me, Marcus, can you make money online the same day? Well, here's the answer. I'm going to answer it in a very important way. Are there people online searching for stuff you can sell? Okay? And I'm not a genius. I just answered a quick question, right? A lot of people are like, Marcus, you are super smart, you're a genius, whatever. I'm not, right? I'm not that smart. I think I did do good on an IQ test, but it was an online one, so it's probably fake. But I'm not that smart, right? When I talk to people who are college educated, I feel like an idiot. I do. I'm like, man, this guy, like, he knows definitions to words I don't know. And I'm terrible at that. You guys have seen my spelling. I'm not that smart. What I am is I'm resourceful. That's what I am. I'm resourceful. It's all I do. So I look at things, I'm like, I'm going to take a resource. I'm going to focus. Now, here's the answer to the question. Can you make money today? Disclaimer, you probably won't. But can you? Well, let's take a look at it. Are there people out there that are looking for something that you can sell as an affiliate? Right? Are there people out there? Okay? Ask the question. Answer the question. Say, yes, people. Yes, there are people out there that are looking for things. Right? Like, I think Amazon made like $250,000 a minute since I've been on this webinar. So yeah, like people are out there. They're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on Google, they're on everywhere. Right? There's forums. There's people on like weird little sites in the corner of the internet about like how to hook up TVs or something, and they're out there and buy. So there is. So no one disagrees. Is there anyone that disagrees that there's people out there that want to buy what you can get paid to sell? Does anyone disagree with it? Okay? Anyone disagree? I don't think so. Okay? Good. No one disagrees. So you go out there and you put yourself in front of them. That's what you do. And you don't do it in a lame way. Like, do you notice how in this call, I'm not really selling anything? Like, at the end, you're going to be like, dude, Marcus, I totally, like, I think this is going to work. Now, Recycle Reuse says I disagree. Recycle, I don't think you're using the right internet if you disagree with that, because there's people right now. There's $250,000 a minute spent on Amazon right now. Could you not put yourself in front of those people? Oh, Marcus, Amazon's huge. Well, you could go and you could find out what people are buying, and you could literally sell it on Amazon if you want to. Now, I don't know much about Amazon sales. I want to write a book and put it on Amazon, but we got to look at that. Okay, got to look at that. We got to focus, and we got to understand, and we got to be resourceful. Very, very important. Okay, so here's the deal. Ask intelligent questions. Stop asking questions about how to, like if you've been asking a question about how do I make $10,000 a year for the last 5 years, you're asking the wrong question. I never asked myself that. I said, how do I figure this out? Like, okay, how do I get in front of these people that want to buy stuff? Okay, now, how do I write a sales letter, right? And I actually learned that writing sales letters was a lot easier than I thought. Just write like you talk. Not that hard. How do I sell stuff? Well, I go and I focus. Very important. Diana, good to see you here. So we got to focus on this. So ask yourself these questions. If they use the word buy, they probably want to buy. If they use the word fix or repair, they got something broken. If they use remove or get rid of, they want to get rid of something or remove a virus or gum or something like that. Maybe they got gum in their hair, right? And that's a big one. Like people get gum in the hair. How do you remove gum from your hair? If they look up tips or definitions, they're doing research. If they look for recipes, they're going to cook. If they look for printable, they want to print something. If they look for play, they're probably looking for game rules or games to download. If they're looking for jokes, they want to laugh. Now, here's something very important. Very important. Remember how I said there's always a third option? I remember years ago, I went into the MySpace market. And people told me, they said, Marcus, you can't make money in the word MySpace. It's just a bunch of people like on Facebook. You can't make money with the keyword Facebook. And they told me it couldn't work. They told me it wouldn't work. Yet I went out there, and it was still, to this date, it was my most profitable site, hands down. Why? Because I said, what's a third option? I said, what else would these people want? Oh, Marcus, you got to sell stuff to get paid. No, you don't. We talked earlier about how you can give away Bibles and get paid. You don't have to sell anything. Now, selling is good. I have nothing against selling. If your market requires sales, sell stuff. But I knew the MySpace market didn't want to buy things. They wanted to download stuff. So step one, find a high-ticket product or something you can give or get people to buy that pays well, okay? Step two, dig into the market and find out what they want. Diana, you need to get into the recipe toolbar. I don't know if it converts well anymore, but you should check it out anyway. Step three, find the right media. Now notice, very important, the steps that we lined out. Number one, you start with your niche, right? You don't start by saying, I want to make $10,000. What do I do? You start by saying, what are people searching for? Curiosity is the key. Curiosity made the cat rich. It didn't kill the cat. I don't know, wherever the cat is, but at any rate. So step one, find a high-ticket product or service that people need help with. Step two, dig into the market, find out what they want. Step three, find the right media. Now is where we find the right media, the one that fits the numbers, right? If it's free traffic, we go on Google, we search for the keyword. Okay, what's going on? If YouTube's in the top, I'm going to do YouTube. If Facebook's in the top, I'm going to make a Facebook group. If people are, going on forums, I'm going to do forums. All right, so we got to ask ourselves, free traffic. If I can get enough traffic, can I make my goal? Right? If I can get 9,000 people a month looking up hardship letter, can I make money? Well, 9,000 people a month times about $1.10 a pop. So if I make $1.10, I can make $10,000 a month on that. Hypothetically, we got to go test it, obviously. Nothing's guaranteed, and that's another thing people struggle. They want something guaranteed. Marcus, when I buy your course, is it guaranteed for $300 that I'm going to get rich? No. There's no one that's going to guarantee you. You can't go buy more money. It doesn't work that way. Oh, Marcus, I got $10,000 to invest. What can you guarantee me? I can't guarantee you anything. I can show you how to make it work, and you should be smart if you have money to invest, but it's not guaranteed. Even if you buy a site that's making money, it's not guaranteed it's going to make money tomorrow. Right now, there's things that you can look in life that are proven. I know if I spend $1 million and buy a McDonald's, I could probably make $30,000 a month or more. That's what it's going to do, right? That's the way it is. You know that people buy the food and I get paid. So more or less, you can look at it. My courses, the little ticker banner up there with the disclaimer, it'll switch and it'll show you the different courses we have. And we'll talk to you about them at the end as well. Okay? Really cool. Like Walter says, you can go to school, you have 0% guarantee you get a job. Right? So number 3, find the right media. Where are they? Where are the people? If you don't want to buy traffic, you don't have to buy traffic. Find a niche that you don't have to buy traffic in. Don't come to me and say, I want traffic for the word make money or mortgage, and I want it free. Okay, there's some work to do there, but you can get free traffic in any niche if you do it right. Step 4, now you choose the right offers. Okay, choose the right offers. Okay? And you say, what can I do? Like if people are looking at love poems, can I get them to send their girlfriend flowers? Right? Probably. Okay, if you guys have tech support questions, go to pcmoneymaking.com. We'll help you with them there. Okay, choose the right offer. So I go and find the affiliate offers. I go to site like Offer Vault. I'm like, what pays me? Okay, and I be creative. Very, very, very important. So we look at the offers. We say, okay, well, if I'm in the mortgage one, is there like a refi? Is there like a stop foreclosure course? Maybe I could do that. What can I do? Okay. Ask also, what can I help them with? Notice how I did that example of love poems going to flowers. Right? You probably can't sell love poems, but you can sell flowers. You could be like, hey, here's how to write a love poem. By the way, your girlfriend's going to love it, and she'll cry even more if you send her flowers, right? Because that's the goal. Everyone who writes a love poem to their girlfriend or wife, they want them to cry and feel loved. That's what they want, right? What's going to do that better than flowers? You could say, hey, if your girlfriend's at work right now, send her flowers at work. Imagine the look on her face when the guy walks past all the other girls and hands her a big thing of flowers. Not that hard to sell. Very important. So you choose the right offers. Number 5, you create your resource. Right? What's your resource? You got to have a resource. A resource could be a blog post, a PDF, right? Something very important that you can give them. Something of value. How can I provide value to the market? Can I teach people, these people who are not romantic, to write love poems? Right? Very important. Tina loves sending flowers to people. Well, cool, Tina. That's good. Me too. Really fun. Okay, so step 5 is create the resource. Make a video, a report, an article, a tool, and then do a lot of them. If you want to make $10,000 a month, you're not going to get it sitting on your butt, sending one blog post about one flower thing. Okay, you got to get out there, you got to work. Now, some sites, yeah, they do take off and they're pretty simple, which is cool, but some of them are going to take some work. You got to go out there, you got to do work, and you got to do deliberate work, right? Deliberate work. You go out there and you make something deliberate for the people who are searching for something specific, and you lead them to something that's going to help them that pays you. Done deal. Done deal. All right. Next, step number 6, you put your resource in front of them. Okay, you got to get it in front of them. If you got like one guy watching your video, like your buddy down the street, then you're not going to make anything. So you got to deliberately go out there and say, how can I use these methods to get traffic? How can I take this blog post and make it go to the top of the search engines? Right? And we answer all these questions in detail in my course that shows you how to do it. It's not that hard. You just got to do it. But the problem is people go out there and they set up one post and they say, Marcus, it didn't rank at the top of the Google for the word money and this doesn't work. And I say, well, buddy, I never told you to rank for the word money. Not once did I tell you to do it. I told you in step number 1 what to do. And I told you to put these trigger words in. And if you didn't do it right, you got to go back to square one and do it right. But the problem is they don't want to do it right. And they give up and they say, this doesn't work. I tried it. I tried SEO. I'm like, what'd you try? Well, I set up one thing and it didn't get ranked. That's not trying. That's playing. Right? Do you want to play or do you want to go do it? And for a lot of people out there, you said earlier, I've never made $10,000 a month, but I'm on this because I want to earn $10,000 a month. How hard did you work to make what you did earn? $50,000, right? Did you make that much a year? What would that be, $4,500 a month or something like that? How hard did you work for that? 8 hours a day? Commute in traffic? Work your butt off for someone else? Only to figure out, hey, I can get canned at any minute. There's no loyalty. What I did 18 years ago, almost 20 years ago now, is I focused on a skill that I can use it over and over and over again. And I knew this skill would make me money. And I knew this skill, even if things changed, which they have. Facebook came, YouTube came around, Google got super popular, MySpace came and went. A lot of things changed. But I did this, and I said, I'm not playing around. I want to learn this skill because I know this skill is, number 1, the most important skill in history. It goes back to the old Greek stuff, whatever they call it, philosophy. And they had the philosophy of persuasion. They said, I'm going to persuade people. Persuasion is a good skill. You can learn to do it in print. You can learn to get people to take action, and it's not that hard to do. All you got to do is ask. And Dwayne says, how much more do I have to play? One day. You say, today I'm going to get serious. That's what you do. Say, I'm going to get serious. I'm going to stop looking at this the way I've been looking at it, and I'm going to get serious, and I'm going to focus. And I'm going to ask questions. And I'm going to listen to the answers. And when I get an answer to my question that Marcus tells me, and it's not really the answer, I'm going to listen. Because as a friend of mine told me, he said, Marcus, you answer the questions I should have asked. You answer the questions I should have asked, because I've been doing this a long time. You could say I'm smart or whatever, but if you do something 20 years, you're going to know it. You're just going to, that's just like a byproduct, right? If I worked out for 20 years, I'd probably look a lot better than this, and I'd know about, like, weights and abs and things, right? You just learn it. That's the thing. Now, step number 7 is go fishing. You go fishing. You go out there and you're like, okay, what do they click on? Did they join my list? What questions do they have? Can I chat with them? Can I learn about them? Okay, and like I said earlier, some teachers teach for people to learn. Some teachers teach for people to use. I want you to use this. I want you to have the confidence to be able to go out there and say, I can build this. It might not be a blockbuster, but at least I'll see what happens. If I go spend $50 on paid traffic and send them to my site, which you should only do after we take a look at your site, what happens? What did they click on? What did they do? Right? That's the best information you're going to get. What did people do? That's the feedback. Very, very, very important. So, the question is will you take action on what you learn? Right? That's the deal. Scott, no, that's a bad thing, because if you did that, you'd be contributing to bad in society. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Right? I would focus on something easy. Like, I make as much as some of those people, and I do it completely ethically. I sleep well at night, and I help people out. And you could do that too. You don't have to go down weird routes. You don't have to focus on all the junk. See, again, you're focusing on what you want. I want this, therefore I'll do whatever I have to do to get it, even if it means tearing other people's life up. Well, no, don't do that. That's bad. Wrong. Focus on helping people. You can help people, and you can make a lot of money. And you can do it in a really, really good way. So here's the deal. I want you to remember back when you were learning things as a kid, maybe when you were teaching people to ride a bike, right? Or when you were learning to ride a bike or whatever. And you looked at it, and you didn't get on the bike and fall one time and say, this doesn't work. And I'm glad my kids didn't either, right? Because it was kind of like, okay, well, they fell. And if they gave up, that would suck. They still wouldn't know how to ride a bike. But they kept going. Why? Because they were curious. And they said, wow, okay, if I lean too much this way, it's going to go over there. If I lean too much this way, it's going to go over there. Right? But they focus. So you got to go there. And you got to really, 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 really focus. Okay? The number one secret is that confidence. Because once you do it one time, once you ride a bike one time, you feel it, you're done. You can't unlearn it. 10 years later, you're like, I haven't ridden a bike in 10 years, but I get on the bike and I know how to do it. That's what I want this internet thing to be like for you. But here's the deal. There's two things that people need to realize. Number one, inaction is a killer. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit at home and think about it. Don't sit at home and think about making $10,000 a month. Go out and get busy. Go out and focus on getting in front of the right person with the right message, with the right offer, and boom, the magic happens. And if the magic doesn't happen right away, don't flip out and say, that doesn't work, that sucks, oh, boo-hoo, I need my $10,000. Again, you're thinking about you, right? You're not going to get ahead in life if you just think about you unless you, well, some people do. But I prefer not to. I think it's a lot easier to go with the flow, right? Like, look at the salmon. The salmon swims upstream, and it's very difficult. The other fish are just whoop, going down the stream. What's up, man? I'm going to get there eventually, chilling out, right? That's what I want to do. I want to be like that fish going with the stream. Go with the internet. Go with what people are doing. People are buying stuff anyway. They're out there buying it anyway. Do you want a piece or do you not want a piece? Ask yourself that. Right? Do you? If you want a piece, go get it. It's yours for the taking. You learn about it, focus, get your stuff in order, put it in front of them, go do it. Next quote, that quote was by Dale Carnegie. Next quote, Norman Vincent Peale. Action is the great restorer and builder of confidence. Inaction is not only the result, but the cause of fear. It's like anxiety. I have terrible social anxiety. It's very bad. Most people don't notice it, like in the videos I do with other people that you guys see on the channel. I'm totally anxious. It sucks. But I get past it. The way I get past it isn't by sitting around and reading books on anxiety, isn't by sitting in my house wondering why I have anxiety. It isn't wondering why I got this problem or where it stems from or tell me about your mother or tell me about your... It doesn't come from that. It comes from going out and doing things anyway. When I'm anxious to go to those marketing meetings and I'm worried and all like weird, I go anyway. So I'm going to do it anyway. Been doing this for 20 years. My mind says, well, you know, you should be okay after 20. Well, I'm not, but I'm going to do it anyway. And if I can do that, if I could muscle past that, you can too. You might be anxious about, what if no one cares about my site? What if I don't get a sale? You probably won't. Probably won't get a sale on your first 100 clicks. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But go test it. Figure it out. Inaction is not only the result, but the cause of fear. Perhaps the action you take will be successful. Perhaps different action or adjustments will have to follow. But any action is better than no action at all. Will you take action? Will you go out and do stuff? Right? Or are you going to sit around and think of new ways? Right? You could think all day. Thinking is not the answer to your problem. Focus, action, do, listen. If you listen more than you talk, you'll learn more than you've ever learned. Right? That's a problem. That's why politics in America sucks, because everyone's talking. No one's listening. No one listens. No one focuses. Right? Everyone's in it for what's in it for me. Same thing with internet. All the people struggling, what's in it for me? What am I going to get? Where's my piece? What do I deserve? You don't deserve nothing. And the world doesn't care what you think you want, what you think you need, what you want to buy. It doesn't care. If you think it cares, do like, who was it? Werner Erhard said, go out in the middle of the night when the stars are out and scream as loud as you want what you think you want, what you need, what you feel, what you think you're entitled to, what you are owed, and see if the stars dance. If they dance, maybe the universe is going to get you what you think you want. But I've done it, and the stars didn't dance. So I got to work, and I started building the life I want. You see, you got things like the law of attraction and everything like that, and they're good, whatever. Yeah, self-help, great, wonderful. But I think there's a lot of misconception in thinking that the universe owes you something. This is my personal thing. My personal belief is that I am owed what the least among us is owed. I am owed what the poor guy in India who is broke and has no shoes and is going through the trash to get copper so he can get a meal. That's what I'm owed. Or worse, if there's a guy with worse. That's what I'm owed. That's what I deserve. But what will I work for? You're in America. Okay, some people don't have the opportunities we have. It's unfortunate. Some people don't. That's another topic for another day. But you do. If you have the opportunity and you're not using it, what are you saying to the people who are really struggling? What are you saying to the people who really can't do it? Who really don't have the options you have, who don't have high-speed internet, who don't have someone like Marcus telling them the exact plan to make this stuff work? What are you telling to that guy who can't? Really? That's the example you want to be? Oh, I just want $10,000 a month. That's why, Marcus, nothing works. I bought the push button, get rich tomorrow system, and I pushed the button and I didn't. You fell for that? If you fell for that, okay, he's a good salesman, but there's a little bit where it's your fault. There's a little bit. If you fell for it, I mean, come on. I know that I don't have some prince in a different country who's going to give me money. I can figure that out, right? Unfortunately, some people are like, well, maybe I'll fall for it, and they give them their bank account, and it's like, seriously? Seriously? Like, don't buy my stuff unless you like my free stuff. If you get value out of what I teach here free, then go buy my stuff. If you don't, if you're like, Marcus, dude, that guy's a whack job, which you're probably right, but I get results, so that's cool. But if you don't like it, don't buy it. Very important. So you got to look at it, right? And you got to focus. And you got to say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not going to go out there and do another thing or start another. I'm going to focus laser. And here's the deal. The work is not the hard part. It's not hard. Like, I've gone to work, and I worked at a pizza restaurant. I managed a pizza restaurant when I was a kid. And I would go, I'd sell computers from 6 a.m. to 2 o'clock. I drove in LA traffic, or Santa Ana traffic, to the pizza place in Irvine. And then from 3 to midnight, I managed a pizza place. So I was working from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock. Okay? I was making okay money. But that was hard work. Right? At the end of the day, I was dog tired. Making a video, making a blog post, we're clicking buttons. Like, really, the only hard part is in your mind. That's the hard part. It's in your mind. It's all made up. It's like when I get a headache, right? I am a total wuss when it comes to pain, right? I get a headache, and I go to Google, and I'm like, headache, what's this a symptom of? And I go to my wife, and I'm like, I got this headache. And then I stew about it. And I worry about it. And then I learned if I stop thinking about my damn headache, it's like 100 times less painful. Just don't think about it. Are you like me with the headache? Are you out there saying, I got to make money? This is so difficult trying to make money. Ah, man, this is so hard. Oh, boy. Didn't get accepted to the affiliate network. Setting up a blog, this is so hard. It's in your mind. And I remember a guy came on live chat months ago. He's like, it has been the hardest day ever. I've been on hold with this company about my paid ads. And I'm like, how long did you wait on hold? 40 minutes. And I'm like, you just acted like you built the Great Wall of China with your own hands. And all you did is wait on, seriously? Are we that comfortable? Comfort is the enemy of success. Are we that comfortable? You get comfortable? Oh, yeah, I'm good. It's cool. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to make this work? Here's the deal. Here's how to change your current situation and profit big time. Number 1, state what you want and what you're committing to. What do you want? I want $10,000 a month. I'm committing to that goal in a year or whatever, 2 years, whatever you want. 2, ask, what am I doing now that's keeping me from realizing my dream? What am I doing right now from keeping me from realizing my dream? Right? Like Farnsworth says, hey, man, I sell $30 diabetic test strips online, and I bought a Benz. Pretty cool. I wouldn't have bought a Benz, but I'd probably buy something else. But I like Jeeps. And I've had lots of clients do that. Why? There's a need. Did you go out there and ask diabetics to give you money? No. You said, hey, these test strips are better. I'll give them cheaper. I'll get them this. There you go. There it is. He's helping people. Very, very, very important. Dog says drop shipping on eBay is stressful. Have to wait for the product to come, and then it takes 1.5 weeks. Well, don't do eBay then. If you're too stressed out, do something else. There's easy ways to do everything. There's easy way. There's an easy, like people say, oh, I'm going to climb a mountain. Well, I'd rather take a helicopter, thanks. I hate climbing damn mountains. I don't want to climb a mountain. My family, they like climbing mountains. I don't like climbing mountains. Right? God made me short. That's why I like to be down here on the ground. Very important. But we look at that, and that's the deal. Right? There's easy ways to do everything. Very, very important. Tina, if you want a backyard office, we'll show you where we got it. I think it was like $10,000 to put this in. Not that expensive. Okay, number 3, ask, what am I afraid will happen if I change my current behavior? Am I afraid it's not going to work? Well, get in line. Might work, might not work. But I've been doing this 18, 20 years. I'll show you what does work. And you can say, Marcus, do you think this will work? That's a benefit of being in my coaching programs. Hey, Marcus, do you think this will work? Nah, try this. Yeah, I think it will, but do this instead. Have this, do that. Right? Like, what value does that bring to the table? Like, seriously. Seriously. When I go to the doctor and he's like, dude, stop having this and start doing this. I'm like, yeah, I want to listen. Because he gave me advice, personal for me. Same kind of thing you'll get. Very important. Number 4, state what you currently want more than this business. What do you want? No one wants $10,000. No one does. They want what it's going to provide. Right? Green pictures of presidents. No one wants that. They want what it's going to provide. What's going to provide? What is this going to provide for you? Right? Whatever you want to make, time with your grandkids, time with your kids, retirement, ability to stay home, security, confidence. What's it going to do for you? Right? Type that in. Say, hey, this is what we want. Okay? Then ask yourself, is it really that bad? Is all the stuff I've been doing, trying to make money, is it really that bad if I look at it? Is it really that difficult? Is sitting here on a webinar for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, is it that difficult? No. After it's over, it's over. It's done. Right? Will I make sales? Probably. Did I make sales my first one? Yeah. Why? I listened to experts. Here's the deal. Don't give up. Make it a must.
Philip, did you seriously just get approved doing what I said, like, while we're on the call? So Philip asked earlier, like, I can't get approved to max bounty. I told him what to do. And, like, 30 minutes later, he's like, I just got approved. Cool. Awesome. All right, so don't give up. Make it a month. It's like, Philip could have given up because, oh, man, I can't get the offers I want. It's terrible. I told him what to do. He went and did it. There you go. The only thing stopping most people is a lack of belief that they can do something simple. Right? That was simple. There you go. Right? Results right here. Few minutes. Done. Hurdle avoided. Right? There you go. It's like you were at a brick wall. Now it's done. Pretty simple. The only thing stopping most people is a lack of belief that they can do something simple. This is simple. It's not that hard. They don't have to give up what they're doing. They just have to start something. It's a quote by Richard Bandler. Somewhere along the way, we became afraid to try. We became afraid. We say, I don't want to get on the phone and call Max Bounty. I don't want to set up a site. I don't want to do this. Then, when people try to do something, they expect it to work the first time with no hiccups. Probably won't. We got to look at it. Okay? Very, very, very important. Okay? Larry, for support, just get us on live chat. We're here most of the day. Yet, they've never made $10,000 a month or in their life, but they expect one little thing to work. And then they try different things. They jump from thing to thing to thing, and they're like, what am I going to do? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try eBay. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. Okay, find one thing and stick with it. I don't care if you do what I tell you to do. Find one thing you like and stick with it. If you like affiliate marketing, let's teach you how to do it. And the reason people fail is because they don't know the basics. I want to show you the basics. I want to show you how to make this work. I want to show you a systematic way to go through and say, I'm going to make a plan. Will you make money? I don't know. But you have a good shot if you focus and you say, I'm going to do it deliberately. I'm going to listen. And when I get stuck, I'm going to ask Marcus questions. Because he's been doing this a long time. And he's going to show me how to take a helicopter up the mountain instead of like going up there with the rope and the little pick thing and being all tired. Don't you want an easier way? Don't you want a more simple way? Here's what you want to do. If you like my stuff, you want to choose your starting point. And I think I need to fix our thing here. Bear with me 1 second. Let's fix this so you can see them all. There we go. Here's your starting points. You can choose one of these or all of them or whatever you want. But I'm going to show you how to get started with me. If you stuck around this long, you probably know that I know what I'm talking about and I can help you. I've been doing this a long time. We're going to help you. Here's the starting points. The best place to start, hands down, is with a high-ticket niche. A high-ticket niche is where I go through and I pick your niche. I go find your trigger words. I find a niche that I believe will work based on my research and based on doing this for pretty darn long. I go out and I buy you a domain name. Some of these domains are worth like $800, $2,000. Some of them are worth like $500, $1,000, whatever. They're worth. Now this is according to GoDaddy, their appraisal tool. So I don't know if you'll be able to sell it for that. But hey, it's kind of cool to have a domain that's valuable based on like something you got from me, which is kind of cool. All right, so we go out, and I'm going to find your niche. I'm going to buy your domain name. I'm going to find your offers. I'll say, here's the niche, here's the offers, here's how to get traffic, here's your domain. I'm going to set up the site for you with some content, a custom theme, and all my custom software to make everything work. And then you just go out and you say, Marcus, what do I do? We give you a plan. We say, here's how to get traffic. Here's how to do it. Boom. There you go. All right, so if you want that, that is where my most successful students always start. You can go to highticketniches.com. You go there, you sign up, we'll find your niche, we'll go through, and we work with you. So you say, I want a niche, I like cars. And we'll say, here's one. You say, well, I don't really like that. Find me a different one. And we'll find you one until we get one that you like, you approve, and you're like, yeah, that's the one. And usually I'm pretty good at this based on what you guys fill out in the form after you sign up. So if you want that, and you want to like take the helicopter up the mountain, go to highticketniches.com, sign up right now. You'll love it. Best course, hands down. Guys, if you were to buy the domain and a website from just a web design company without a niche, without the offers, without the help, without the plan to make money, you're going to pay like $1,500 anyway. That's cheaper than that, so go do it. Scott, yes, we do have niches for drones. So go to highticketniches.com, get that. That is the best place to start. Now understand some people don't have the budget for that, which is why we have other options. The second best option is simplesitesbonus.com. This is my training software. I think I have it loaded here. Let's see. It might look funny on this screen. But it's a training software that walks you through everything. So if you want to learn this business, simplesitesbonus.com. It'll walk you through everything. Comes with support, comes with help. You're going to learn everything about affiliate marketing. Really cool. You're going to do that. Scott, you got to hang around a couple more minutes if you want your $50, buddy. All right. So that's what you're going to do. Simplesitesbonus.com is the second option. Again, top option. If you can get a high-ticket niche, do it. If you can't, get simplesitesbonus.com. If you're on more of a budget than that, go to marcusmentor.me. Okay, so those are the three options. I would recommend the high-ticket niche because we're, like, giving you the whole plan. We're giving you the whole layout. We're, like, here you go. Done. Right? Really cool. So, those are your options. Go sign up. Make a change. Say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this objectively. I'm going to look at realistically. I'm going to stop messing around because I know this stuff works. I see it happening all the time. It works. You just go do it. Right? Whether you choose to have me be your coach, whether you get a high-ticket niche or a mentor program, just do it. James got a high-ticket niche last night. Cool. So you just do it. Prophetic Insight said, do your or your staff write the content? My staff does. So they write the content. There's a very specific platform we do to write them. If you don't like the content the first time around, we can have them rewrite it, but 9 times out of 10, it's good. Just edit it with your affiliate offers that we show you how to get, and you're good to go. Right? All right. Scott has to leave early, but should we still give him his $50? Type 50 if you think we should still give it to him anyway. He stayed pretty long, and so I think that's good. All right. So I'll let you guys decide. Cool. So yeah, that's the deal, guys. Whichever route you take, again, high-ticket niches. I got some killer ones, by the way, some really good ones. All right, everyone says I should give you your $50, so go over to PCmoneymaking.com, tell them you were the one that won, and we'll fix you out. Okay? He says he's broke. Well, now you got $50. Right? So now you're not broke. So you can't have that excuse anymore because you got $50. Go take it and get some web hosting and watch my free videos and learn how to do this stuff. Right? Seriously. Because you could go and you could take $50 and you could, like, go buy a hamburger or, like, whatever, watch movies or something. Or you could use it resourceful, like me. I went out there, a 19-year-old kid. I'm going to buy an ad. What kind of 19-year-old kid buys an ad? One that wants to make a bunch of money and look back when he's 39 and say, damn, that shit paid off. Right? So what kind of person are you going to be? You be the one that's like, oh, man, I got to save my little money. Got to save it, right? And inflation will take it away, and I'll spend it on things and whatever. If you're broke now, it's a mindset. You're probably always going to be broke, so you might as well invest in something that's going to work for you. That's just the way you look at it. Like, I got people, they're like, Marcus, I'm too broke to buy your stuff. 10 years later, I'm too broke. It's a mindset, right? You save like $1 a day, you could buy it in a year. Seriously, right? If you want to do the high-ticket niche, like $3 a day. Seriously? You can't save that? There you go. Well, I promised him $50, so I will give him $50 cash unless he wants to apply it to a program. But I got to stick to my word since that's what I said I would do. All right, so let's take a couple other questions, and then we'll take it from there and get you guys going. I'm just going to see if my wife wants to go to lunch with me today because I like lunch. Cool. All right. The music in the background is from Music Bakery. I use it because I have the rights to it. You buy the rights to it. So cool. Okay, Glenn says, follow the system and it'll work, but you do need a mentor, and Marcus is the man. Thanks. Hope you like that. And he says, I have excellent products. We try. Cool. Ed, for that, use PCmoneymaking.com. Tell him what's up, and we'll help you. Okay. Jeff said, I'm a Pharisee. He didn't follow the rules. Well, we'll give it to him anyway. He needs it more than I do right now. Hi, Marcus. How's tricks? I haven't done magic in a while, if those are the tricks you're talking about. Better choices. Okay. Replay will be up instantly. Would you be open to me interviewing you for my book on multitasking? Yes, I will. But I got to warn you, my belief is that multitasking is a complete myth. People never really multitask. They're actually switching from one thing to another. So if you're cool with that mindset, sure, that'll work. All right. Cool. Fonzie, good to see you there. All right, so get signed up and we will do it. Can you answer the clickbait? I did answer it. It was the real talk on how to make $10,000. How many of you guys think I delivered on the real talk of how to make $10,000 a month? Did you get the real deal, or are you feeling left out? I think you guys got the real deal. I did. I had fun, so cool. What are good offer search engines? OfferVault is what I use. Cool. Yeah, if you think I delivered, type 10K in the box. Cool. I always like to know if I deliver. And also, if you like this stuff, go sign up, highticketniches.com, Simple Sites Bonus, or Marcus Mentor Me. Marcus Mentor Me is like the beginner program, but it's good. If you're on a budget, start there, right? Or if you're like, Marcus, I'm not sure about your stuff, start there, see if you like it. Simple Sites Bonus is a more in-depth training, and then High Ticket Niches is like where we give you the niche. And High Ticket Niches also gives you Simple Sites Big Profits. So cool. Do I still have a bear? Not since I got a dog. Ever since I got a dog, the bear hasn't been around. Tom, yeah, you get us. You just use PCMoneymaking.com. If you guys ever need support or help, PCMoneymaking.com is where you want to go. I'm going to be on live chat later this afternoon. I'm going to go to lunch right now, and then I have a meeting. Probably be back at like 3. So cool. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Go out, be ye forth and profit online. Hereby get one of my courses. I got to sound smart, right? Get one of the courses, sign up. Get a high ticket niche if you can. I look forward to working with you. Let's make it work. Let's make it happen. Thanks again. See you guys in the next training. If I can find the close button. See you soon. Highticketniches.com. Sign up.